Hello, welcome to the Stitched Christmas Ornament Parade Extravaganza. I'm Misty Purcell and I'm a cross-stitch designer and a stitcher, so I'm going to talk about things that I've stitched over the years for Christmas that are ornaments and my own designs. I'll be showing you today as well. So it'll mostly be an ornament video, but I just wanted to cover a couple of things that are kind of old business from before we get started. Okay, so there was a giveaway on my last two videos. A couple of things didn't get claimed, so I redrew winners for that. Okay, so for Gathering Acorns, the new winner is BJ Bullock. And for Boo-Hoo, the new winner is Cindy Gaudet. So if you could both contact me, if you're in the United States, please include your mailing address so that I can mail you the charts. If you live outside the United States, please just send me an email with your email address, obviously, and then I can send you a PDF version of the charts. But just remind me in your email which chart that you won so I don't have to look it up, please. And then from last video, I had 4 charts I was giving away that were new releases. So Gathering Snowflakes is Sharon Courtney. Comfort and Joy is Ellen Weaver. Fleece on Earth is Stitchy Things. And Caddy Cane is Nancy Call. So congratulations to all of you. And again, just as I said before, please send me an email if you live in the United States, include your mailing address, and if you're outside the United States, just let me know and I'll send you a PDF. Okay, so that was my old business. Thanks for your comments on my last video, and I enjoyed hearing about the things that you like stitching or don't like stitching. Some of them kind of surprised me and some of them didn't. Mostly people don't enjoy stitching snow or live in places where there wouldn't be snow at Christmas anyway, so that was very, very interesting to hear. But some people don't mind snow and like stitching it, so it's kind of a mix. Okay, let's see. Let's just get right into the ornament parade. I'm going to start with some gifts I received because they include ornaments, and I do a swap every year with Helen and Barbie. So Helen is Helen D on Flosstube. I'm thinking about her Instagram, trying to focus on Flosstube, not Instagram. And Barbie is Barbie's Pedal Pusher. So we always do a swap. The past couple of years we've done a Halloween swap, and then this year we decided to do a Christmas swap. And so I'll show you what I received, including the ornaments that they sent me. So this is from Barbie, and it's so cute. This is a Lizzie Kate design. I'm not sure which chart it's from, although I own it, but I just can't remember the name. And then she mounted it on this super cute snowflake. I don't know if she painted the snowflake or if it came white. I'm not sure. But that is adorable. And then she sent me... I have been doing a lot of cooking lately and baking. And a towel. Seasonally appropriate. And then she sent me some Christmas fabrics that are super cute. I think I just saw this made into curtains on someone's Instagram post. Really nice. And then to top it all off, she knows me well. This is a belated birthday gift. Isn't this just me? Like, it's so perfect. So I want to say, let me make sure I tell you the right name. This came from Vintage Owl Lady. And yeah, it's just, oh, here's the inside for you. And then I didn't open up, but there's a little tag, pull tab. I haven't taken it out of there yet, but this will be going into use. I need to get past Christmas, but it won't be long before I'll actually be stitching Halloween, some models I need to stitch. So this is just so cute. So thank you very much, Barbie. So that was one ornament I received. And then from Helen, she made the craziest origami cross stitch thing ever. This is I think it's a pendibule. This is from Doreen Jones, and I just love this chart, and it's I'm just totally impressed with Helen's, you know, that she was able to do this. Of course, I'm not surprised because it is Helen, but it's still, it's like, man, that's amazing. So, wow. This was stitched on a Lugana. I think she said it was 32 count, if I remember correctly. But yeah, isn't that just, wow. So they both did so well because the ornament that Barbie sent me is one that I'd been wanting to stitch for a long time. So it just made me so happy because now I have it and I don't have to stitch it. And then I'd just been admiring this, and then Helen made it for me, and yeah, they're just super thoughtful. She sent me some cocoa. Oops, I just dropped something she sent me. Let me grab it. She sent me some super cute buttons that are snowflakes. And she sent me some 2022 charms for my ornaments, and then these awesome beads that she'd gotten at Hobby Lobby. When she showed them on her video, I asked about them. Went to my Hobby Lobby, nope, couldn't find them. So she offered to send me some, which was so nice. A snag nabbit, which is always handy. A pair of tiny little scissors. And then she also made this super cute little bag. So thank you, Helen. So that's 2 ornaments that I received. I also received from my friend Melanie this cute little Quaker ornament. Isn't that adorable? So she said that this was stitched on Picture This Plus gingerbread. I think it was 32 count. And the pattern is Quirky Quaker number 5 Reindeer by Darling and Whimsy Designs. And she said that the ornament was finished by Amy Tenorelli, who's a finisher at Stitches and Things in Fenton, Michigan. Yeah, it's just lovely. Very, very nice. Beautifully stitched, beautifully finished, super cute piece. So thank you so much. Okay, couple more things. Now these aren't ornaments, but I just had to share them. Cindy C. Stitches sent me this awesome little waxer that's a button. Thank you, Cindy. Cindy's the one that got me hooked on collecting Santa mugs, like those kinds of things there. And then Stephanie Webb sent me this adorable little lamb ornament, and I have to show you this. So if you've been watching Stephanie's videos, like a while ago, she was asking people about like their wicker baskets that they were into or something, and I said that there was one I'd always wanted, and it was a rabbit. And I sent her a picture so she could see what I was talking about. I wanted it for years. I follow, if you've been quilting for a while or sewing for a while, you might know of Jenny Baker. And I followed her blog and on Instagram, and so she had a rabbit called George, and she had these bunny baskets that she showed either on Instagram or her blog, and I fell in love with them. I've wanted one for probably a decade now. Anyway, Stephanie sneakily bought me a bunny basket. It's so awesome. So I just opened this morning. Thank you, Steph. It's awesome. I love it. This will be going out at Easter, and I'm going to see what I can put in it in terms of whether I'm going to put plastic eggs or if I'm going to put some handmade, maybe some knitted eggs that I've made. Oh, it's just so cute. Okay, so let's continue on with the parade. This is, as I said, a mix of my own designs and things that were stitched by me, and also some things that were given to me. Perhaps we should start with the things that were given to me. Okay, so what I'm going to tell you is that this box, a few years ago, Elizabeth, she was Vintage Stitches. She had a giveaway on her Flosstube, and I think she gave away 3 things. I don't remember if it was like 2 different sets of ornaments, and then one was the Just Cross Stitch Christmas ornament collection over the years, a CD of that. So I won one of her sets of ornaments that she'd stitched from that CD. So I didn't stitch or finish any of these. I don't know which issues they're in. I don't know who the designer is, but I just wanted to show you because they're really cool and beautiful. I enjoy them every year I get them out, and you might like to look them up. And if you have those back issues, or if you have that CD, then you have all these charts. Or if you don't, you might want to get it. Okay, so this is one of my favorites, this little kitty, and looks like she did prairie points on this. This is a really nice finish. And I like how it has a candy cane tail. She did just an amazing job. I'm super lucky to have this, and I always enjoy it. She doesn't make videos anymore, and I don't know if she's on social media at all at this point. Otherwise, I would direct you to her. Now his little bell fell off of his hat. So I'll have to look to see if I can find it, or maybe I can put a new one on or put a button or something. But isn't that so, so sweet? Yeah, she just did an amazing job. Lots of thought and details. Really nice. Now this one is larger, and so I don't put it on my tree. I've put it in different places. This year I've got it hanging on the wall. And on other years I've put it on like a hutch, on a knob on a hutch. Super cute. Like I said, just so creative. I'm not exactly sure when she stitched all of them because they don't all have years, but the cat was 2016. And then she did several of these that are the alphabet. So look at the alphabet ones with little charms on them. And then of course she fussy cut little scenes to put on the back. And I enjoy the jingle bells as well. Let's see. I think we're working towards spelling Christmas, but we don't have all the letters. Okay, I think that's it on the letters. Let's see what else we've got here. This cute little Santa. Some skaters. I love the pom-poms. I'm a big fan of pom-poms myself. Super cute sheep. Okay, now this one I know. Our friend Susie Reno. Look at this. How perfect is that, right? So neat. So I keep these all in the box that she sent them in to me, along with the tag I still have here. That's the last one. And it says thank you. I'm not sure why she's thanking me since she's the one giving it to me. I'm the one that's thankful. But this is what she included. So I keep that in the box just to make sure I remember where it all came from. Okay, so that was Elizabeth's awesomeness. And I enjoy getting those out every year. Really appreciate winning them. They have a good home with me. Okay, so let me just quickly put these away and we'll look at some more ornaments. Okay, so let's talk about this. Now I stitched this one tiny. I've stitched a larger version. I don't know that I would necessarily consider an ornament, but this is on 40 count. This is from my design, my pattern Noël Rouge, and I put my niece's name, Madison, on this one. So eventually she'll get this, but I'm holding on to it for a while since I need it. And then one other piece from that same chart is this ornament here that I made. So there's actually three 3 parts to the chart. The other one is right there, the Peace on Earth one, and then there's this ornament and this stocking, and there's also a version of the chart that doesn't have a name, so if you want to change the name, you can. I've got the alphabet in there, but I made it a few different options, and then there's finishing instructions in the chart as well. This is also on white 40 count. And I want to say I used ribbon red for the floss. It's been a year, but I think it was ribbon red. Okay, and then let's talk about another past design. This is Holly Jolly. This is all stitched in DMC on 32 count Snow Day, which is a fabric I dye. So I finished this one, and then Faye Rigsby made me a pillow version. I love this. And then I stitched the deer a little bit darker on this one. Very nice finishing. So it's fun to see different ways that you can finish the same thing. Okay, this is, I've shown this to you recently. This is from Chuck Full Christmas by Erica Michaels. And it's actually like a kind of like a band sampler, but I just ended up shortening it and turning it into an ornament. And then I just drew this shape myself. This is a 40 count. I think it's on Macchiato, if I remember correctly. And I use most of the called for colors. Okay. This is from Britter Cup Designs. It might be in a Just Cross Stitch magazine issue. I think I also have a separate chart for it, like in a group of 3 maybe. I don't quite remember. I ended up stitching this over one, I think this is 28 count Lugana that I coffee tea dyed, or it could be Monaco. I'm not sure anymore. Then I added this tiny charm. Now I don't know who makes the charm. I just found it at a cross stitch shop, and sorry, I don't know. I wish I could find more, but I don't know how to find more, so it's too bad because it's a really cool charm, but I'm just not sure who makes it. And it's very tiny. So I made that a few years ago now. Okay, this is Christmas in the Kitchen, which I released last year. There's Coco. These are stitched on 32 count faded denim, which is dyed by me, and the pattern includes the template for the backing piece. I used 2 different colors of Rick Rack and added a little snowflake charm. I carry the snowflake charms in my shop. So there's Coco. There's Tea. There is Candy Canes. And gingerbread. And these were all inspired by different little Christmas displays. I'd seen little Christmas vignettes that were, like this one's in a little cloche, and candy jars, things like that that I had seen. That was my inspiration for these designs. So those are each sold separately as 4 separate charts with the template included. Okay, this is a gift from Barbie. Back when we were doing our A Very Prairie Year stitch along, she made one of these for Helen and I. So this is from January, I think, the Prairie Schooler January chart. I think. Seems to me that's correct. Okay, this is, whoops, from Imaginating. I stitched this on 40 count, and I don't know if I used the called for red or if I changed the red, I don't remember. I'd like to stitch 1 or 2 more from this booklet. It's a lot of back stitching, but it was fine. And yeah, I've had this chart for a long time, and I was glad to finally stitch something from it and finish it. Okay, let's see. This, I'm a little hesitant to show it, but I've been getting a lot of questions about it, so I'll just show it and explain. This is Joy, and this is something that I designed this year for my newsletter subscribers. I mentioned it in my last video that you might want to sign up for my newsletter. And then I sent it out, and everyone who signed up then got a copy of the chart. So I've had some inquiries about it since then, and it's only available at this time to people who had subscribed to my newsletter by the time I sent it, but I will make it available for free to everyone for Christmas in July in 2022. So I will announce that in my newsletter for people who've signed up since, who want to get a notification when it's on my website, and I'll announce it, in other places as well. It's just, sometimes you don't always get a notification on Instagram or on YouTube. So just in case you would miss it, you might want to sign up for the newsletter so you get that information. This is stitched on 32 count vintage country mocha, and I used ribbon red and brick house as my pom-pom trim. And this was a really fast, fun little stitch. And I really appreciate all of the kind messages I received thanking me, and I've enjoyed seeing pictures of your finishes. It's really, really been a gift that kept giving back to me, even though I was trying to give it to other people. I'm very thankful for all the kind messages. I really enjoyed them. Okay. This is Fleece Navidad. I released this last year. It's stitched on a 32 count Picture This Plus. I just can't remember which one. And then there's one of the glass treasures, I think they're called, from Mill Hill, and brick house trim. And then the companion design this year is Fleece on Earth, which has knitting needles, and it has a sheep on the earth for Fleece on Earth. Same fabric, same size. Okay. This is Season's Greetings from, oh my gosh, Little House Needleworks. I'm pretty sure it's Little House. Could be Country Cottage. I think it's Little House though. I stitched this on 32 count Sweet Pink, which is a color I dye. I haven't dyed it in a couple of years because I've been too busy, but it'll be coming back in 2022 at least once. I changed a couple of colors, and I think Jerry Caudell stitches a few times, and she left off the border, and it looked really nice and would go faster if you left the border off. So that's just a possibility, although I do enjoy the little hearts. I stitched this a few years ago. Okay, next up we have Christmas Bird Trio. I stitched this on 32 count Soft C, which is a fabric I dye. This is one of my designs. So we've got a blue jay and a chickadee and a wren, because I love wrens. I also love their call, and I just think they're cute and kind of jumpy. So that's those are all in one chart. Okay, next, this is shocking to me that I made this looking back on it. This is from Lavender and Lace. It was a free chart on their website, but I actually got it from a needlework shop that had them on display. So if you bought anything from them, there was like a whole display of these designs stitched up, and you could pick one to have for free. And they would, they'd already have printed out the pattern for you. So the stitching shop was in Kalamazoo. I'm forgetting the name of it at the moment, but it was just really close to my house. And anyway, I went there a lot in the early 2000s, picked this up, planned to stitch it a couple of times. I'm actually shocked I stitched it once, because this was probably I was very early in getting back into my cross stitch at that point. It was probably 2004 or 5. And we've got metallic, we've got beads, we've got the whisper. I mean, wow. And this is stitched over 1. I stitch over 1 now, but I don't even do this stuff now. How did I do it then? I'm so impressed with myself. It's beautiful, isn't it? I have some more of them. I don't know if I'll ever get around to stitching them, but they are lovely. And then my finishing, you know, it's not my best finish, but this was something I did, you know, maybe like three years ago, and I've improved, but it's a good finish and I'm going to enjoy it even though it's not maybe as good as I could do now. You know, you progress over time. So I still really love this. And I'm still impressed with myself for being able to do that back then. Okay. This was my second design I ever released. This is Cardinal Noel. It's stitched on 40 count mint green, dyed by me. And it's got weeks in DMC. There's the back. I'm always indebted to Vanna Pfeiffer for her finishing tutorials, which helped me out immensely. And which I've consulted in making many of these things. So if you have a lot of ornaments to finish, you should check out Vanna's finishing tutorials. Okay, so these I made probably more than a decade ago, I'm sure. These are from Prairie Schooler Prairie Birds. They're not like officially Christmas, but they're Christmas-y. They're just little pillows. I think they're probably on a 28 count linen. So there's this one. I gave them as Christmas gifts, and then I think I gave 2 to everyone, so I kept 2. And so here's a wren, not surprisingly that I would keep this one. I feel like this finish was very common at the time that I did it, with the button on the side with the ribbon. And then these are a new finish that you've seen if you saw my thumbnail. So this year I released Jingle Jolly Joy as a chart, and I had it all stacked as one piece that was framed. And then during the stitch along that I hosted in July for that design, I stitched some tiny ornaments, and those were actually gifts for Barbie and Helen for our swap. So then I told myself that I really wanted to keep them because they're so cute. I promised myself I would try to get around to stitching them, and I decided over Thanksgiving break that I was going to make it a priority, and it was going to be a Christmas gift to me to finish them. So I restitched them. So this is Jingle. These are all stitched on 25 count Vintage Country Mocha. And the template is available on my website free in the chart additions and corrections section, and also as part of the PDF download. So now if you buy the pattern, it's there, or if you already bought the pattern, you could still get it through your download. If you bought the printed pattern, you can get it as a free download from that section of my site. So however you want to get it, you can get it. The fabric is a ticking. It's a, I think it's more like a home dec weight. And then I sewed the little jingle bells on the back piece on the inside before I glued the back and the front together. And it's easy to line. Helen was impressed that I could line up the stripes, so that's actually just the width of them was just kind of perfect. So it wasn't actually as impressive as it seemed, Helen. I just made them the same. But thank you for liking it. Okay, so this is Jolly. So I stitched both of these, one for Helen and one for Barbie. And then I did not get around to stitching a Joy, so I stitched that for myself too. So really happy with all 3 of these and how they turned out. I used all the same flosses as I used in the original design. Alrighty. I think that's all the ornaments. There's one that I'm missing. I'm not sure where it is, and it's part of my 12 Days of Christmas from the Cricut collection. It's with my felt ornaments because I can't find them either. I'm gonna have to dig a little bit. I know I had them set aside because I wanted them available for when I did my finishing of the rest of the ornaments. So I just have to look for them. But they didn't just like pop out at me like they normally do every year where I kept them. So I'm not sure where I moved them to. So that's all the ones that I have finished. I have quite a selection of ornaments that need finishing, and I just don't know how I want to finish them, or I don't have the time to finish them right now. I'm in major finishing mode for the spring. So I've been just stuffing pillows like it's nobody's business. Well, like it's my job, because it is. And I have a ton of Christmas ornaments that I want to finish, but they're just kind of hanging out, and maybe next year I can get to them. I don't think this year's going to happen. I'm going to be spending some time with my family at Christmas. I'm really looking forward to that. My semester is over. Just wrapping a couple things up and have some meetings, and that's it for me for this semester. I know my teaching schedule for next semester, it should be a lighter schedule. I'll have 2 classes fewer next semester. So that'll be good. And I'm looking forward to just relaxing over Christmas as much as possible. So with my shop, what I'm going to do is on the 20th, I'll put the shop as only PDFs available, and anything that can be purchased to ship, I'll just temporarily take down, so that if you want to still be able to buy PDFs, you can. But since I won't be able to ship for a little while, I'll just take things down from the website that would be shippable. With my Etsy shop, I will put that on vacation. So all the PDFs will be on my website, luminousfiberarts.com, but I'll take the Etsy shop, which has just PDFs, and put it on vacation, just because I need to have all the communication in one place to simplify my life while I'm spending some time with my family. Like, I'll just sporadically check my email, but it was just simpler that way. So that's what I'm planning. And then I'll go ahead and put everything back up on, the 19th to the 29th is when it'll be PDFs only. So 19th of December through the 29th of December, PDFs only. And then after that, everything will be back to normal. And before that, things are back to normal, or things are normal. So leading up to the 19th through the 18th, you can buy shippable things. From the 19th to the 29th, only PDFs. 30th will go back to shipping. Hopefully that was clear. It's been busy, and I'm just going to try to relax and enjoy the holidays. Looking forward to seeing my family. And I hope that you have a wonderful Christmas if you celebrate it, and a Happy New Year. I will be back again soon into the new year with some awesome things. I've got a lot of stuff I'm excited about showing you for next year. I can't wait for you to see it. Super excited. So I'm looking forward to all the cool stuff for next year. And I think that's it for today. So thanks for visiting with me. I hope you enjoyed the ornaments, and I look forward to catching up with you again in January and telling you about some of my plans, and hearing about your plans too. Take care.